Hello, my YouTube friend. Guess what? Today's an awesome day. You know why I'm happy? Because I'm doing a comic book video. I love my comic haul videos. They're my favorite videos to make. I really need to find a way to do them more often because I have so much fun when I do them for you guys. Okay, so in today's video, I got a bunch of packages to go through, a couple little mystery lots to dig through, a surprise package or two, and I think we're just going to have a lot of fun. I want to ask you guys, if you want to see more comic videos, please give this video a like. If it gets to 1,000 likes, I'll do another comic video right away. Okay, let's start digging into these packages. Okay, this is a package I bought in October. I paid $32.99. It's one comic book. They shipped it in a mailer. The corners are dinged. I haven't opened it up yet, so I'm hoping that the comic inside is okay. I just don't like seeing corners dinged like that, but hopefully they centered it with some cardboard or something. I guess we'll see in a minute. Okay, inside the package, they kind of sandwiched it in cardboard, so hopefully the corner dings didn't get to the comic itself. Okay, we have a Katy Keen Pinup Parade number 3. They listed it as fine minus condition. It does look really nice. Move this up just a little bit. I'm going to take it out of the bag just so we can look at it a little bit closer. All right, most Katy Keen comics from this era, when I get them, they're a bit more beat up. This one still has a little bit of gloss on the cover, which is awesome. The corner right there is a little bit chewed up. And back cover is not too bad. A little bit of creasing on it and a little bit of acid burn. But overall, the cover looks really nice. Then the interior is in pretty nice shape. It's not too tanned. Okay, that's beautiful. Now, it was a little bit more expensive than I've normally been paying for Katy Keen comic books, but I'm thrilled with this. I love this condition. I think the condition is perfect for this age. Awesome. All right, let's go through this stack of comics. These comics come from my friend Sean. He was just trying to clear out a little bit of his duplicates, and it's some really awesome Silver Age and Bronze Age comics and a couple newer comic books. I think this was 2 different purchases. I forget the exact price, but I think it was $100 to $200 for the comic books, maybe a little bit more. But let's go through them because there's some really nice comics in there. Okay, let's go through this stack of comics. It comes from my friend Sean. He actually picked this up from the newsstand for me, or from the comic shop. He was actually looking for himself. He showed me the cover. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. So it's the marked number 6, I believe. He said they had 2 copies. This one had a little bit of a, some spine ticks, but I told him I still wanted them. He picked it up for me and just gave it to me for the cover price. So that's awesome. What a beautiful cover. Okay, and then the rest of these comic books, I believe it's from a couple different purchases I made from him. I think it's about $200 worth of comic books. I forget. It's been a while since I bought them. Okay, so we have Web of Spider-Man number 97. We have a Thor number 5. He actually picked up a few of these when they came out. So it's really cool. It's the first Black Winter, so I'm actually really happy to get that. Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos number 5. I love this old Silver Age stuff. Very happy to pick that up. He had a couple copies of Den number 1. These are a little bit warped. He likes to pick up these weird comics when he sees them cheap. Swamp Thing number 6. Very cool Bronze Age Swamp Thing. Okay, we have Captain America 116. I believe it's signed by Joe Sinnott, and it's in pretty good condition. Maybe like a fine. Very nice. I love getting these early Bronze or Silver Age comics in that condition. Okay, we have Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen 149, a pretty nice mid-grade comic. Love that one. That one's cool. We have Detective 444. Love this issue. I think it's got such a great cover. That one's in actually pretty good shape, especially with the, it's got a little bit of a, I don't know, a stress crease right there. But for the square bound issues, you don't get these in very high grade that often. They're usually kind of beat up. It's a little bit of a crease right there, but I was happy to get that. I love that issue. I think I have it already, but it might be an upgrade to what I had. Okay, then we have one more stack from him. We have a Marvel Premiere Iron Fist number 16. This is an early, maybe 3rd appearance of Iron Fist. Pretty decent shape. It's probably like a fine plus. It does have the ink overspill that you get sometimes on these older comic books when they were marking them. Still a very cool comic. Okay, we have a reprint of The Vault of Horror number 4. Okay, Something Must Be Killing the Children number 1, the Virgin variant. This is the one I really wanted, so I told him I'd give him a little bit extra for that. That one is cool. This one's amazing. We have Captain America 119. I think this is the 3rd appearance of Falcon. Not sure. I'm guessing this issue should be going up with the new series coming out pretty soon. Very nice grade. It's like a fine plus, maybe even a very fine. I think it has a little bit of a spine tick there, Maybe a couple other little spots where it's damaged, but it's a very beautiful looking copy. Silver Surfer number 8, second appearance of Mephisto. I don't know if I had a copy of this, so I was actually happy to get that one. It's a little bit beat up. It's probably like a very good, but still happy to have that. Amazing Spider-Man number 93 with the Prowler on the cover. I bet with the new Miles Morales game out, this might be going up because I think the Prowler's in the game. But very nice condition one. This is probably very fine even. Maybe a fine plus because I see a couple little hints of wear. But still, I was really happy to see one in such high grade. We have the Origin of Captain America number 109. Very awesome issue. It does have a subscription crease on it, but other than that, it's actually in pretty decent shape. Really happy you picked that up. Captain Marvel number 6. This was a high grade one as well. It's probably a very fine. Really happy. When I get these older comic books in high grade, it's pretty awesome. Amazing Spider-Man number 56. This is like a fine plus. Closing in on a very fine because it's just got a couple very light spine ticks, but there's really not much wrong with it. Beautiful, beautiful early Spider-Man comic book. Love it. Marvel Spotlight number 12. I forget if this is the first appearance of Son of Satan. It's one of the earlier appearances of him. I'm not sure if it's the first appearance. That actually might be Ghost Rider number 1, but I think it might be his first in his own series. I'll have to look that up. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've had this issue, so I kind of forget the details. But I was happy to pick it up. It's probably like a very good. There's a couple little hints of problems and wear and whatnot. Still a very awesome comic book. Green Lantern number 18. Love this comic book. I love the Silver Age DC stuff. They're just really fun to me. It's probably just a very good. It's a very nice looking, very good, but it's got a couple of problems on it that bring it down. Still very happy to get it though. Beautiful. Okay, we have a Fantastic Four number 123. I think it's Joe Sinnott again that signed it. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, but you know, if you guys know me, I'm terrible with names. It's just really cool that signed by him. It's in pretty decent shape. It's got a little bit of a crease there, so it's probably like a fine, maybe a very good plus. No, it's probably a fine. Very awesome. I love seeing older comic books in good shape. And then we have Captain America 101. This one is also in pretty decent shape. Probably like a fine plus. Very happy to see that. So this whole stack of comic books, there wasn't any like key issues, but there was value here because of the grade. A lot of these were in pretty decent shape. So I'm actually really happy to add these to my collection. Okay, this is a package of 2 comic books. I paid $42 for it. I wasn't planning on buying these comic books, but when I saw the cover, I was just like, all right, I have to get them. These newer comic books that are exclusive with beautiful covers, it's so hard not to buy them, but they're so expensive and it adds up real quick. So I tried to only buy them if it's something that I really know I must have. All right, let's dig through this package. These, when I saw the covers, I had to have them because they're beautiful. I paid way too much. $42 or $20 per comic for a new comic book is just so expensive to me. I kind of hate paying so much. But sometimes these really awesome artist covers that you can only buy from the artist are super limited. So paying $20 a piece, I think one of these is limited to 1,000. Probably the Virgin variant's 1,000, and then the regular cover is 3,000 pieces. So these are super limited. I don't think I would ever have a chance to really get them cheaper than $20 each. So I thought it's probably more like it was 10 for that and 30 for that. I don't know exactly how they price them. Just thought it was a beautiful Psylocke cover. I had to have that. Pretty awesome. Okay, we got this package here. It was shipped with no protection. I'm kind of, this was a terrible packaging job, but the comic book looked like it arrived okay, so I'm okay. It was $26.49. I bought this from Makari. All right, so this package, no protection, just a bubble envelope. So especially with older comic books like this, we have Patsy Walker number 67. I'm just afraid that it's going to arrive in terrible shape, but I think it arrived okay. I didn't really look at it yet. I just kind of pulled it out to make sure there wasn't any major damage. I thought it looked like a pretty decent condition for the age. You don't really find Patsy Walkers in that great a shape usually. It's really hard to find them in higher grade. There's a little bit of a fingerprint there. But overall, it's like a very good probably, which is nice. It's a really nice looking copy, actually. I'm really happy to have that. That's amazing. Let's just see if the staples are intact. They're holding on. This one's almost detached, but they're holding on. So I'm actually really happy with that. That's not too bad. Oh, okay. This is a new indie comic book that was sent to me. It's called Impound. Let's take a look at this comic book. Okay, this is a new indie comic called Impound. It's a MMA fighter who becomes a superhero. The creator contacted me to see if I would like a copy. I said, sure, why not? I mean, I love comic books. I don't care if it's a big, you know, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man kind of comic book or an indie comic book. I'm interested in all of them. And he sent me the PDF and it looked pretty cool. And, you know, and the interior is pretty fun. It's very colorful. So I thought it looked like a really cool comic book. I enjoyed the storyline. If you want to check it out, they're impoundcomics.com. And on Instagram, they're Impound Comics. On Facebook, they're The Impounder. And then their email is impoundcomics@gmail.com. Thanks for sending me the comic book. I really appreciate it. Really happy to have that. Okay, this is a gift sent to me a few months ago. I'm sorry I didn't open it up from. It comes from Kobach in Florida. I guess that's your last name. They sent it to me as a gift. They knew it was something that I would want. So let's dig into it. I'm really excited to see what it is. I think they said it was a Millie the Model comic book that they were sending me, that they got in a lot or something. Okay, so this comes from Paul. He just got back into collecting comic books a few months ago, and he actually got an extra copy of Modeling with Millie number 53 that he just isn't collecting these kind of comic books, so he thought of me, and I really appreciate that. That is awesome. I think he said there's a little bit of a stain on here, so it's not like he thought it was mid-grade, but it's a little bit lower grade, but it looks really nice to me. Thank you, Paul. That is awesome. He also wrote me a note. Let me read the note. Hey, I wanted to drop you a note just to let you know that I have thoroughly enjoyed going through your comic book YouTube videos. You seem like a really good guy. I hope you and your family are doing well in these crazy times. I'm a middle-aged guy with a family of my own, used to collect comics when I was a teenager, and being homebound these days, recently pulled out my collection from storage and have happily gone back into it. I saw from your videos that you collect Modeling with Millie, among others. I am mostly a Marvel superhero fan, but I have a single Modeling with Millie in my collection. It's number 53. I'd say it's mid-grade. I'm no pro-grader. Anyway, I wanted to offer to send you my Modeling with Millie number 53 free of charge, and I'll pay the postage. I'm sure you would appreciate it much more than me. Anyway, stay strong and be well, Paul. So I guess that's the email he sent me about the comic book. I told him I'd totally be into it. I don't think I have this issue, so thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate it. That is awesome. Very cool. So I was looking, I only do a comic video every few months, maybe every like 3 to 4 months. And I want to increase that frequency. My biggest problem with comic videos is I don't sell comic books fast enough to clear out what I buy that I don't want, so that I can buy more for more videos. So what I decided to do was make a $40 a month mystery box on my Patreon. If you're interested in buying comic books from me, I have a $40 a month subscription. Basically, you're going to get a minimum of $40 worth of value. I'm going to use comic book around kind of the value of the comic books so that we both know kind of where the values are coming from. And I'm going to give you at least $40 worth of comic books. What's going to happen is if I give you like one Grail, if I give you one key issue or like just a handful of really expensive comic books, it's going to be $40 value. If I give you a little bit lesser value per comic book, let's say $3 or $5 comic books, I might end up giving you $50 or $60 worth of value. It really depends on what I'm giving you and what I have for you. And basically, I'm going to make the mystery box sort of curated based on your interests. So if you let me know what you want, you could say, I want any really cool Batman comic books. Then I'll give you a box every month that's just full of Batman stuff. You might say, I want just Spider-Man comic books or just old school like 80s comic books. I'll make a box every month that kind of fits your interests. It's not going to be, I can't do a box that's only key issues or only Silver Age because I don't get a lot of that stuff. But if you give me a more generic, like, you know, Spider-Man, Batman, Green Lantern, like a character specific or only DC. And then if you want something that's maybe a little bit more obscure, let's say only Walking Dead comic books, I'll add that to the list, but I'm not sure if I can make a box just for Walking Dead. So if you think it's more specific, like you can make me a list of all the different types of comics you want. This way I can try to make something up that's really cool that interests you for a good price. And it lets me get through a lot more comic books so I can do more comic book videos. Because I would like to do a weekly comic show if I could. And if I get enough subscriptions, you know, if I get 10 to 20 boxes a month, that's enough for me to do a weekly show. If I get like 100 boxes a month, I'll probably be doing multiple videos every week. All right, let's get back to digging into the packages. Okay, this is an eBay package. I bought this in September. It's 9 comic books. I paid $33.50. The box got a little bit crushed, but hopefully the comic books are okay. I'm always nervous with comic packages because they're always arriving damaged. It's like way worse than when I buy Funko Pops. I don't know why. All right, let's dig into it. All right, hopefully these arrived okay. I think this lot was about $4 a comic. Let's see if it was a good price. Actually, it was just under $4. So they had it bricked in the box and all taped together. So this is going to be kind of a pain in the butt to take apart. I kind of like, if you brick something like this, if you take the whole brick and put that in a bag and then tape it together, that's a lot better. If you just tape it to the bags, it's kind of wasting the bags and boards. Well, I guess the boards are still okay, but you're kind of wasting the bags. Yeah, this as I remove the tape, the whole bag is falling apart on me. That's all right. I like to bag and board all my comics with new fresh bags every time I buy them. And new fresh boards. All right, these bags and boards are just falling apart with the big packaging tape all over them. Kind of a crappy way to package these. So I'm just going to take it out of the bag. So we got I think that's a Del 4 color. It just says Cinderella number 272. Still think it's a Del 4 color. That's pretty cool. I forget, there was one comic I bought specifically, because $40 for a whole bunch of Golden Age is actually not a bad price normally. We got Tom and Jerry. I don't know the number on that, but that is awesome. I love old Tom and Jerry comic books. We have another one. This one has a bit of a subscription crease on it. Our Gang with Tom and Jerry, that one's really cool. So I think $3 to $4 each on these is a fantastic price. Another Tom and Jerry, that one is very cool. Okay, this might have been why I bought it. We have a cool Porky Pig Halloween cover. Love the old like spooky Halloween covers from this era. So that one was awesome. That one I bet is kind of worth a chunk of the value right there. Everything else is a bonus. We have a Porky Pig number 33. A Henry, I don't know the number, but those are usually kind of cheap. It's a cheaper series. Okay, and then we have a Felix the Cat. Not sure the number on the cover, but that's cool too. I mean, for $3 to $4 for all these, I think this was a really fantastic lot. Okay, I have a bag of comic books that my friend Sean dropped off the other day. My wife already gave him 25 bucks, but I think I'm going to owe him more money for them, so I actually have to go through them. So it's a little mystery bag, and I'm excited to kind of see what he has. My friend Sean is addicted to the dollar bins at comic shops, and he finds the greatest stuff for like $1 each. So what happens is he ends up buying more comic books than he has room for, so he sells to me pretty often. All right, I'm excited to go through this bag. So my friend dropped this off while I was on the shop, so my wife already gave him 25, but I know I'm going to owe more than that. Usually he'll have a lot of really cool stuff like this that has a little bit of value. I don't know off the top of my head what it's worth, but I'm guessing it's worth more than the cover price. We have Dark Days The Forge number 1. We have Dark Days Metal number 2. I think a lot of these are $5 to $10 in value right now. We have Star Wars Legends number 50. That's a reprint of that issue. Dark Knights Metal number 3. Free Comic Book Day Spider-Man. I think this one actually has a little bit of value to it. Oh, these are cool. I really like collecting this series. We have Battle Angel Alita. Was it part 3? Not sure the actual number on that one. Oh wait, number 11. There it is. Number 11 and number 10. Okay, those are very cool. We have a Dark Knights Rising number 1. We have Dark Knights Metal number 4. Metal Man number 50. I love the Bronze Age stuff. Another Battle Angel Alita number 6. That is cool. I would like to finish that set sometime soon. Battle Angel Alita number 13. I think he knows I'm looking for those. So that's why he brings them. Avengers number 45. That is awesome. It's not in the best shape. It's got like a dog ear right there. But still, I love getting Silver Age stuff. We have Hulk 111. Awesome cover. DC Future State, the free version, I guess. That's cool. I don't have a copy of that. Oh, yeah, there's a couple of those in there. A couple of, I guess, temporary tattoos. That is neat. Donald Duck Adventures number 9. Oh, another Battle Angel Alita number 7. That is cool. Number 1 of part 4, I guess. I have to figure out what I need and what I have. Okay, we have Dark Knight 3, The Master Book 1. That is cool. Another one of these with some other promotional stuff. He always gives me all the promotional stuff he picks up. Dark Knight 3, The Master Race, number 1. The Amazing Spider-Man, number 3, Variant Edition. That's a cool cover. You're the Villain, The Legion of Doom, number 35. That's a really cool, like, translucent cover. That's neat. I like that a lot. We have Metal, number 3. Awesome cover. Hulk 195. What If number 2. Okay, so that's super cool. I know I owe more than $25. I'm going to have to look those up and figure out how much I'm paying them. Okay, this is an eBay package. I bought this last September. So I think what happened was the last time I did a video, I ordered a bunch of stuff. Every time I do a comic video, I want to buy more comic books. It's kind of like, and then eventually the packages kind of pile up. I'm like, okay, I should kind of stop buying comic books till I do a video. Then when I do a video, I clear it out. I'm like, can I do another video? Okay, so this was 9 comic books. I paid $82.95, so just under $10 a comic book. All right, let's dig into this. Okay, so I paid like $9 a comic. This was just like a whim. I probably overpaid on these, but I thought it looked like there's some cool old Golden Age comics in here. Sometimes I just buy stuff if I think it has a decent price and has some cool stuff in it. It was packaged well. It's in this big box with a lot of padding. Let me see if I can show you. It was just a brick in the middle of a bunch of padding, so that's good. And this brick is a good brick because it looks like they put a magazine bag over all of them so that all the tape and stuff is not on the comics inside. All right, I think this lot had a couple that were worth $30 to $40 easily. So I kind of jumped on it just, because I figured there's a couple comics worth the value and then everything else was kind of like a free bonus. All right, so we have Candy number 44. I thought that was a really fun cover. So I wanted that one. Susie number 90. Now I've been wanting to collect Susie comic books, but they are kind of expensive. So $10 for this, even though it's not in the best shape, it's probably only a good plus. I think was still a really good price. This is probably like a $20, $30 comic book. This is probably why I bought the lot. Okay, and then we have Susie 86. This again is kind of a lower-ish grade. I see some tape on the spine, so it's probably only a good, but still, $10 I think was a good price on that. Giggle Comics number 67. I do want to collect a lot of these like goofy humor comics from this era. They're relatively cheap to collect, so that's really cool. Candy number 61. I love these Candy covers. There's something just about the thickness of the inker on them and just like how goofy they look. I love it. That one's actually pretty fun. Oh, these are upside down. We got Tilly the Toiler number 176. Okay, so this one, I looked it up, and I think this one's worth $30 to $50. It's in decent shape. It looks like a very good +2, a fine even. And so this is EC's version of Classic Illustrated, basically. So it's picture stories from American history. It's an EC comic book. Pretty decent shape. So I think that kind of was one reason why I jumped on the lot, because I thought this comic book looked cool. And for the price, I didn't think it was that bad. And then we have Rib Tickler number 2. I thought this comic looked awesome. I just love it. It's just so goofy and surreal and fun. And so I think this one has some value as well. So that kind of paid for it. And then we have a Henry Eldritch number. Not sure the number. I love the cover. It's really fun and goofy and cute. But I don't think it has much value. $5 maybe. So overall, I think I had a couple in here. Like, I think these two actually kind of pay for the $100 I paid for the lot. And everything else I got for free, including a couple of Susie issues I've been looking for. So that was cool. This is a comic book I bought in October. I bought a lot of comic books in October. I paid $35. It's one comic book. I think it was actually a pretty good price. We'll have to see what the condition of the comic book is. The condition kind of determines how valuable it is. All right, let's open it up and check out what it is. All right, it looks pretty well packaged. Inside the box, it looks like they actually put the comic inside like a hardcover book thing or something. Not sure. Not a clean, nice looking package, but one that's very good for keeping the comic protected. Although it looks like the comic itself didn't have any kind of plastic covering on it. Okay, hopefully I'm a little bit worried right here because this looks like it almost touches the tape and it's popping out. I'm hoping this tape does not. Oh no, okay. It looks like they put paper. Okay, I think we're okay. I just wish the comic itself had some kind of protection in it. All right. This one's got me worried, especially because I paid a pretty decent price for this. It wasn't a cheap, like $10 comic. It was 30 something. And I bought this one because I thought the condition looked decent. It is in decent condition. So we have Wilbur number 13. This is definitely like a very good to a fine maybe. I just have to see if it's a little bit chipped right there. So I have to see if that's brittle. But I don't see any major creases on the cover. That's actually pretty awesome for an early Wilbur issue. I'm going to try to handle this as carefully as possible. So yeah, I don't think this is brittle. So that's actually really nice. This is, if I was to grade it, like a 4 or 5 somewhere in there, I think. Maybe a little bit less. Not sure. No, probably a 4 to 5. Somewhere in there. Because it's really nice looking for this age. It's got, you know, a little bit of spine wear, but this side is really clean looking. The colors are pretty nice. That is awesome. Really happy with that. I just put it in a bag with another one for now until I can find my proper bags. I think if I bought this one graded, it would probably cost me $100 to $200. So getting it for $35, awesome price. Really happy with that. Okay, this is another package I bought in October. It was 15 comics for $51.19. I think it's Golden Age comic books. I forget. Let's open it up and check out what's inside. So I paid a little bit under $3.50 each on these. Let's see if it was worth it. Okay, so I'm guessing I bought this lot because it had Katy Keen in it, which normally this issue alone would probably cost me $10 to $20. Let's look at the condition of it. Okay, it's got some creasing on it, but I don't think it has any tears. That's probably like a very good. This is actually not that bad. I mean, it's a little bit wrinkly, but staples are solid. That was actually a really good price. This issue alone, I think, would probably cost me $15 to $20 on eBay. So this almost pays for the whole lot. Okay, we have a Dobby Gillis number 15. I believe all the issues are Bob Oskner covers. Gonna look at this one as well. I love his artwork. It's just so fun. All the girls are cute. I just like the way he draws things. Interiors he did as well. That looks really cute. It doesn't have his name on it, but I'm pretty sure he's the artist because that's kind of his style. Just the way the faces are drawn. So that's not too bad. That's like a very good. That would probably cost me $5 to $10. So I'm happy to get that. Okay, we have Adventures of Bob Hope number 82. That it's a little water damaged. It's not in the best shape, but it looks presentable. Like the water damage is not terrible. And this might be Bob Oskner art inside as well. Or at least someone copying him, kind of. I'm gonna have to look into that, but I'm happy with that. Price I'm paying per comic book. It's okay to have a few that are beat up. Okay, we have Intimate Love Story, Secret Love. This one, I don't know the value of because I don't really price these out that often. But some of these oddball romance comics are kind of rare and they have some value to them. So I'm okay with that. It's not in the best shape. It's probably just a good, just because there's enough little tears and whatnot on it. But still pretty cool for $3 to $4. I'm happy with that. Okay, we have Adventures of Jerry Lewis, number 61. This one actually looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Let's see, it's a little bit torn right there. It's got some pencil here. The staple's a little tear right there. It's probably like a very good. Staples are holding on, but barely. And I think this is Bob Oskner artwork as well. Which is, I really want to collect all his comic books, so that's probably another reason why I bought this lot. I probably bought this lot because it had the Bob Oskner covers, and it had the Katy Keen comic book. So double things I'm looking for. Then we have Jerry Lewis, number 102. Let's see the condition of this one. This one is not too bad. Maybe as high as a fine. At least a very good. Oh, that's a cool Major Matt Mason advertisement. That is amazing. I love that. Not sure if this is Bob Oskner. This is probably someone who took over that kind of drew in his style. I don't think it's him. Not 100% sure. Still cool, though. I would like to get a full set of those. Okay, we have A Date with Judy, number 69. It's a cute cover. Not in the best shape. It's split here and there, and it's got a lot of foxing on it. It doesn't look like it's majorly torn though, so it is complete, and so that's not too bad. And the interior looks like it's in really good shape. So it's probably like a good. Not terrible, not the worst. Like that. That is cool. Happy to add that to my collection. We have Tippy Teen, number 15. This one is not in bad shape, I don't think. It's a little bit of creasy in the back cover. Feels a little bit creased. But not too bad. Probably like a very good, really fun cover. Yeah, that's cool. Really happy with that. I think $3.50 was a great price. Okay, so for my Patsy Walker collection I'm working on, we have Patsy and Hetty number 70. This one actually looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Let's take a closer look. Out of the bag, it's a little bit more beat up. It's a little bit creased right there. Back cover's not too bad. It's probably a very good. Nope, that rip's bad. It's more like a good. Just because it has one bad rip, but other than the rat, oh, and it's ripped inside. And it's ripped inside. Okay, so not in the best shape. This is only like a fair, maybe just because of the missing. It might present as a, you know, it's if I graded it, get a green label, like a 2.0 maybe. Still happy. At $3.50, still not a bad price for that. Okay, we have Melvin the Monster number 5. I actually like this cover a lot. There's something about the coloring that's really nice. It's like painted in here. Someone must have painted in with watercolor or something like that back in the day. Condition is not too bad. That's really enjoyable. I love old school covers like this that look really nice. Interiors are fun and cartoony. Okay, that is cool. Okay, we have Milo Margie's Boyfriends. Let's see how this looks. It's it feels kind of gritty, so it might even water damaged at some point or just extra dirty. Really cool looking cover though. Oh, is that? It's missing the first page too. The first page is torn out. So low grade on that one. $3.50 is probably too much for that. All for Love. I don't know the number. This one, the spine is rolled really badly. But other than that, it's not too terrible. Some dog-eared. I'll have to work on this issue a little bit just so it fits in a bag and board nicely. What is this? Volume 2, number 3. I still think $3.50 is probably good. All this Golden Age romance stuff's kind of hard to get for a good price. So I'm happy with that. Okay, we have a Dennis the Menace number 42. That's pretty cool. Dennis in Hawaii number 6. Let me take that one out. Actually, I kind of like the cover. I like just the overall design of it. Too bad it's drawn on. But still, that's actually kind of a nice looking comic. Drawn on as well. That's a shame. But still cool. I still think $3.50 was not too bad a price. And then finally we have Dennis the Menace number 45. That one's not in too bad shape. So overall, I think this lot was an awesome lot. There's a lot of stuff like this that's not super valuable or like a little too beat up, but there's some nicer stuff in there like that. But buying the Bob Oskner stuff, this is where the value was. I was happy to get that, you know, get this and this. And the Katy Keen, I think alone was worth maybe half of what I paid. So these $10 each. So I think these 4 comic books kind of paid for everything. And then all of this was for free. So I'm actually really happy with that. All right, this is a package I ordered in October. It was one comic book for $9.50. Let's open it up and see what's inside. This one is in a nice like hardboard shipper, so hopefully it arrived okay. I don't see any hints of damage in it. All right, let's look at it. We have a, let's see, Patsy Walker number 77. $10 is not too bad of a price as long as it's intact. I don't know if it's cut or anything. I can take a closer look at it. The cover's actually pretty nice. There's no major creases or anything, and there's still a bit of gloss to it. I love when you get older comic books, still glossy. Now, I have some foxing and dirty here, but I might be able to clean that with some Absorberine, or I have the Absorberine eraser for removing dirt on covers. So I actually might be able to clean this up a little bit and make it nicer. Back cover's not too bad. It's a little bit just like foxing or staining on it. Interiors, let's look at it carefully. I think this is definitely a very good, although the cover does look kind of browned inside. So I think the cover itself kind of got burnt a little bit from the interior. But the interior pages are not too bad. They're just a little bit tanned. It doesn't feel brittle. And I think it's complete. So I'm actually really happy with that. $10 is a really good price on that one. All right, this is an eBay package. I got it last October. It was $43.99 for 3 comic books. So like, what was that, $14 a comic book, something like that. Again, the package looks like it got a little crunched right there. So let's open it up and see if the comics are okay. All right, these are packaged pretty well. I paid $13, $14 a comic. Let's see if it was worth it. Okay, so we have 3 old Katy Keen issues. Anything under 20 is usually pretty rare. I do have a copy of 14, but mine is split on the spine. This spine looks pretty bad as well. So this might not be an upgrade for what I have, but I didn't really buy it for this issue. I'm just want to look at it real carefully. Oh, it's got a cutout on the back. Okay, so that's a bummer. Honestly, this issue's still probably worth like $10 in this condition. And cover's attached. So this might be a slight upgrade because the one I have is detached, although it's not cut. And the one I have is kind of brittle, so that might be just the slightest of upgrades. Okay, but then we have Katy Keen Fashion Book number 2. This one will have a lot more value depending on the condition. Let's look at it. All right, issue number 2. Has some glossiness to it, which I love. I love getting the glossy. It's a little bit soiled here. And the blacks have some wear in it. It's more like a rub wear, a little bit of creasing, but it's not terrible. Back cover is a little bit stained. I still think overall this might be a very good, just because it looks pretty decent and the cover's attached. I love that splash page. I love all the artwork because it's just Katy Keen's all about having these fun, big, colorful fashion illustrations. And like here she is in like a cool sci-fi outfit. That is beautiful. I love that. Victorian, old school, crazy big ball gowns. Just fun artworks. Like these panels with the crystal balls, these are beautiful. I love those. Those are cool. More just splash pages. Wow, this whole issue is fun. I'm having fun just looking at it. More stories. So far, nothing's cut out too. A lot of times, this older ones will be cut up. So I'm actually pretty happy so far. This is cool. Some more rockets and whatnot. Just beautiful fashion illustrations. Just more beautiful fashion illustrations. I'm going through this more because the fashion book, is that what it's called? Yeah, the fashion book is more about the illustrations and a little bit less about narrative. So I feel like you get a lot of paper dolls and just things that are fun to look at. And you got more fashions of all the other characters. You know, so if you were a kid back in the 1950s, you probably would have had a ton of fun with a comic like that. I'm super thrilled with this. I think this comic alone probably worth what I paid for everything. Maybe even a little bit more. Awesome. Okay, and then we have Katy Keen Annual number 2. This also is a little bit rarer and has some value to it. Let's see the condition. Okay. All right, so we got some penciling on it, and it's a little bit warped. I don't think it's wear damage. I think it just was sitting in a pile somewhere and, it wasn't sitting flat very well. The back's a little bit torn here and a little bit stained right here. But overall, this is not a bad looking copy. A lot of times these big, thick issues from the 50s are a lot more beat up than this. 55, 56. So again, just beautiful illustrations inside. More, I love all the sci-fi stuff, anything with the rocket ships and whatnot. Just beautiful illustrations. Okay, so that's awesome. Really happy with that. I think this alone probably worth what I paid for. This is probably like a $30 comic book. So I actually got 2 for the price of 1, basically, with 1 freebie thrown in. Not as good, but overall, super value in this lot. I love buying lots where I can get 2 or 3 comic books for the price of just 1. That makes it easier to collect more of what I want. All right, awesome. Okay, let's go through this mystery bag of comic books. My friend Sean dropped this off at my shop forever ago, like maybe a month and a half ago. I did give him, I think, over $100 in store credit to trade for some stuff he wanted, but I think I still owe him a little bit for what's in this bag. So let's go through the bag and see what's in it. All right. All right. My wife's going to be so happy because this bag's been in our living room for like a month, month and a half. I've been meaning to film it. I just haven't had time. I already gave my friend over $100 in store credit. He traded for some stuff he wanted. But I believe there's a lot more value in here than that. So let's go through this bag and see what's inside. Okay. Right off the bat, we have a Strange Tales number 127. That's amazing. I love Silver Age Marvel stuff. Now, when you watch my videos, a lot of times I'm buying like Archie and other stuff just because it's affordable. This stuff's a little bit more expensive to collect, so I usually like to buy it more when I get collections because there's a lot more people competing for this stuff on eBay and whatnot. So it's a lot harder to find stuff like that. Flip that around. Okay, we have a New 52 Batman number 8. Tomb of Dracula number 14. Looks like a pretty decent high-grade copy. That's awesome. Tomb of Dracula number 15, that's amazing. Transformers number 10, that's a great comic book. Peacemaker number 1, Venom number 9, that's pretty awesome. So I don't know all the values off the top of my head, so I'm going to have to research it after I do the video, just so that I can add up what I owe him. Like this issue, I think the last time he sold it to me, I probably gave him $5 to $7 because I think it's like a $10, $15 issue. So we have metal number 1, and we have the non-foil metal number 1. That's cool. Classic Illustrated number 47. That's a really awesome cover. Hulk 163. That's an awesome cover. Looks in pretty high grade. Oop, stick in here. Deadpool number 9. That is cool. Ooh, okay. We have X-Men 109. I think this is the first appearance of Alpha Flight. That is cool. Very cool. Ooh, Paper Girls number 1. Love this comic. I have multiple. Every time I get it, I just keep it. All right, Paper Girls number 2. That is fantastic. Okay, Masters of Mystics. My friend Sean will buy oddball stuff like this if he thinks it looks cool. He'll probably, yeah, I think he bought it for $1 at Book Off. The Flash Season 0, it's an incentive. I don't know if that's worth a lot, but that's very cool. Uncanny X-Men number 2. Sleeping Beauties. I haven't heard of this one. See if it's got kind of cool artwork inside. That's cool. Ooh, Fantastic Four number 11. That's a really cool Spider-Man cover. I love that. Okay, we have some more here. We got Avengers number 681. That's a pretty awesome cover. Fantastic Four number 9. Spider-Man 2099 number 24. Uncanny X-Men number 22. I love all these newer covers. I just can't go to the store and buy, you know, at $4 a piece. I think my friend picks them up for like $1, and then I end up usually giving him $1 for a while. He loves going to the dollar bin, so he finds some really cool stuff. Crossed issue 1. Don't know if that one has some value. X-Men Magneto War number 1. Uncanny X-Men number 19. Uncanny X-Men number 20. Superior Spider-Man number 23. Avengers Origins Vision one shot. Okay. Uncanny X-Men number 18. Age of Apocalypse number 1. Kind of like that cover. Batman number 20. Is this backwards? No, I don't know what that is. Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Terror. Okay, don't know what that is. Looks interesting though. Batman Nightfall number 1. Marauders number 1. X-Files Comics Interview 147. Cable and Deadpool number 18. Ant-Man and the Wasp number 1. That's a cool David Nakayama cover. He probably picked that up for me because I tell him to always look out for David Nakayama stuff for me. DC Comics presents Brightest Day number 1. Amazing Spider-Man number 17. Uncanny X-Men number 10. Avengers number 678. Spider-Man 2099 number 5. Superior Spider-Man number 25. Spider-Man 2099 number 4. That's a cool cover. A lot of these have cool covers. Uncanny X-Men number 5. Okay, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 19. Batman number 16. Batman number 10. Batman number 39. Savage Avengers number 3. Amazing Spider-Man number 20.HU. Spider-Man 2099 number 3. That one looks kind of beat. Number 9. Invincible number 61. House of X number 6. House of X number 5. House of X number 4. Let's see. Powers of X variant edition number 1. Awesome cover. Love that. Powers of X number 3. Powers of X number 5. Powers of X number 6. Superior Spider-Man number 22. Silk number 7 variant edition. King Skull Island special. It's got like a pad or something in there. Postcards, I guess. So that's from Boom Studios. We have Kong of Skull Island number 1. That's actually kind of cool. Like the artwork. Very nice. Spider-Man 2099 number 6. Number 5. Uncanny X-Men number 20. And number 21. Looks like an Attack on Titan manga, but in Japanese. So I can't read that, but that's cool. I do like in the Japanese manga sometimes. Okay. Okay, let's see. We got Uncanny X-Men number 504, Terry Dodson cover. Love that cover. Awesome cover. Amazing Spider-Man number 22. Uncanny X-Men 517. Uncanny X-Men 539. Uncanny X-Men number 14. Number 15. Spider-Man 2099 number 11. Prelude to Deadpool Corpse number 3. Uncanny X-Men number 13. Deadpool, not sure the number on that one. Or is that Deadpool Spider-Man? It's a Secret Comics variant. That's cool. What If, the X-Men number 1. And what was this? Arrow number 3. That's a fun cover. Okay, we have House of X number 1. That's a really nice cover. X-Force number 47. So nothing super exciting in this collection. I guess I've spent a long time waiting to go through this without actually knowing what's up. Although these are kind of cool. You have some of these bigger Superman issues. I love the DC Black Label they do with these big like graphic novels. Looks like old school, like 1980s graphic novels. Interior artwork's really fun. That is cool. So we have Superman Year 1, Book 2, and Book 1. Those are amazing. And old Heavy Metal from 1985. Love that. I do want to put a full set of Heavy Metal together one of these days. Okay, so this was a package shipped to my store, and my wife opened it because she wasn't sure what it was. It's our store address, PopFuzz, 123 Wythe Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. But when she opened it up, she realized it was a gift for me for the channel. So I'm going to open it up, see who sent it to me, and see what it is. I'm really excited to see what's in this package. All right, let's get into this mystery envelope. I don't know what's inside. Let's see if there's a note first. Yeah, there's a note. All right, let me read the note. Just a nice little note here. It says, "Hi Sean, I've been enjoying your YouTube videos during this pandemic, so thanks for providing some entertainment during this. Found these comics, cleaning out some stuff. Hope you can use them, JD." All right, thank you, JD. I really appreciate it. It warms my heart that you did this for me. Let me see what you sent me. Oh, cool. Okay, we got a stack starting off with a Michael Allred Silver Surfer. Love the series. Awesome cover. That is cool. Oh, we got a couple. Okay, so it looks like you had a whole bunch from the series. Number 4, number 5. Absolutely love these covers. I think they're just so fun and whimsical. I think I have a few from the series, but I don't know if I have all of them. Some of these I don't think I've seen before. So this is amazing. Thank you so much. Number 9. Ah, these are so cool. Number 10. Number 11. Number 12. Oh, a couple of those. Let's see. This looks... I don't know if it's a variant or not, but that is cool. Number 13. Number 14. I'm a huge fan of Michael Allred's artwork, so this is perfect. I love it. Number 1. Number 2. These are amazing. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 200. So this one that went back to the... Well, it says number 6. Number 6, but also number 200. Number 7. Number 8. All right, those are awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What's cool about these comics too is that Michael Allred does all the interior artwork. So just like if you like his artwork, this is such a joy just to go through these. That is amazing. Okay, this is a package of 7 comics. I paid $99.99, so $100 for this package. Let's see, I bought it last October. I might have overpaid on this. I think it was Golden Age comic books, if I remember correctly, and it looked like it had some cool ones for a decent price. But let's open it up and check out what's inside to see if I actually overpaid or if it was a good deal. All right, so these it was 7 comics for $100. So what did I pay? $13 each. Let's see if it was worth it. Okay, so they were in a bag in the box, and then it feels like there's cardboard. Yeah, it's like a cardboard brick inside that's wrapped. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so if I remember correctly, some of these I had already, but I'm okay buying the duplicates if the overall price is good, because like I have this issue, and I think it's in better shape than this. This is probably only a good plus, maybe. But it looks nice enough that it will have some value. They had 65 on it. I don't know if I could get 65 out of it, but I think I could easily get 30 out of it, maybe. So I get a third of my money back, so I'll sell that. Pinup Parade number 7. I don't remember if I needed this one. I think I do, actually. It's not too bad. It's got some creasing. So that's pretty awesome. We have Pinup Parade number 10. This one, I think I have already. It does look like the ink went a little crazy when they were inking them. Back in the day, they used to, the distributors would ink the side of the comic book sometimes. So sometimes it'd be a little crazy. So that one I think I have already. Number 5, I think I have that one already as well, but I don't have the fashion book number 23, or the one I have I think has big rips in it, so this actually might be an upgrade. Let me look. Okay, let's look at the condition of this. It's probably just a good plus. There's enough like kind of not, I guess, wear, no rips or anything, but it's the spine's kind of beat up a little bit. It's attached though, so it's in decent shape. Yeah, so that's okay. This comic alone would probably cost me 20, 25 bucks. So, you know, I paid 100 for everything, so I kind of, you know, I paid for this one and then got one for free. All right, we got number 31. I just want to look on the condition on this one. I think I needed this one. Such an oddball amount of, like, this is, that's the backer board. Some of these are just packaged poorly, or they just stored them poorly, like not on actual bags and boards. This actually has some gloss to it, which I love. I love seeing that shininess on an older comic book like this. It is a bit kind of like creased up, but you might be able to press that actually, you know, because it's not, it's a little bit color breaking, but it's not terrible. And the pages feel very supple. It doesn't feel like it's brittle or old, and it's not really tanned that much, just a little bit. So that's actually not too bad. That's probably a solid, very good that you might be able to press to a fine. I'm happy with that one. That one's cool. Add it to the collection. All right, and then we got some Susie issues. I've been wanting to get Susie, or no, I guess there's just one Susie. I've been wanting to collect this series as well, but it's expensive. Like the Katy Keens, I can get nice ones for $10 to $30. The Susie, you get like terrible ones for $30, and then the nicer ones are like $50 to $200. So I've been trying to bid on some of these, but it's kind of hard to find them. This one is not too bad. Like the main image, it's a little bit yellowed right here, and it's a couple little bit of hints of wear, but there's no major distractions. So this is actually a nice enough condition that you can enjoy it. I would say it's like a good plus maybe. I gotta see how the staples are. They look like they're a bit, oh, they're hanging on. So yeah, I think this is a good plus. This is not bad at all. I'll take it. I'm just happy to have it. I've been trying to get them for like a year, but I just haven't been willing to pay up. So when I saw it in this lot, I was like, even though I had 3 or 4 of the issues in this lot already, I figured the 3 or 4 that I have already, if I could sell those and get close to my money back and get everything for free, I'd be super thrilled. Or even if I got half my money back and then got the rest for $13 each, I'm thrilled as well. Because I think if you take these 3 that are the ones I wanted the most, you take these 3 individually probably would cost me about $100. So if I got those 3, if I can get $50 back for those and have these 3 and then one more, I think I needed all of these for $50, that's actually pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay, this was a Makari order. I paid $20 for 2 comic books. I actually think I got a really good deal on these. One was a little bit more beat up than the other, but I think the general condition was pretty decent for these for what I paid. So let's dig into this package. Okay, so I got these on Makari. I thought these were a really great price. And they are old school Patsy Walkers, really old. We got Patsy Walker number 18. What I like about this one is there's no major tears or anything on it. It does have some acid burn on it. But for $10 a comic, this, or even this one is more, or this one's very damaged. So I basically paid $20 for this issue. I think this is like a very good copy. Maybe a good plus because it's very brown. No, it's probably very good because the rest of it in general looks good. It's the interior cover is acid burned. You know, it's browned. But I don't think it's brittle. Maybe a little bit up here is brittle. I'm super happy with that, though. It's so hard to find early Patsy Walkers for a good price. But I still, you know, I get one every maybe 6 months. I'll get one under 20. Eventually, I'll have a set. And then I'll have to figure out how to afford a number 1. Number 1's going to be expensive. Okay, and then we have number 19. This one is ripped. So this is just a place marker until I can find a better one. So I basically bought it. I mean, it's cool to have, but I basically bought it for this issue, which I'm really happy with. I think it was a good price. All right, this is an eBay purchase. I paid $21.39, and it's 3 comic books. All right, let's dig into it. Oh, I threw a random comic book in this box. I bought this in my shop for a buck or 2. Someone traded it in. I don't know if it's worth a whole ton, but it's still pretty decent shape. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't really collect the cowboy stuff, but I bought this lot. Haha Comics. I love the comic-y, cartoony animal comic books from the Golden Age. My grandma used to give me a comic book every birthday and every Christmas for about 5 years. She had a whole box of Golden Age comics that was left in an apartment that she was renting back in the day. So myself and several of my cousins and my brother would get comic books every birthday, every holiday. So she would give, like, my older cousin, he's I think he's about 10 years older than me. He would get the Batman and the Superman stuff, and my brother would get, you know, Wonder Woman comic books and Batman comic books, but I got the cartoon comics because I was the little kid who loved comics. But because of that, I love these old, like, haha, funny folks, that kind of stuff. It just reminds me of her. So these are special to me. Haha number 52. I would love to put a set together. Haha number 58. There's like a printing process they did sometime in the 50s that looks, I don't know if it's like a stone printing or something, but I absolutely love how that printing looks. Just the colors and everything about it. It's very cool. So we have haha number 58 and haha number 57. Really love those. I would like to get a lot more. Ooh, that was so much fun. I love doing comic hauls. I love opening up all the packages to see what comics I got. I love sharing the comic books with you guys. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I'm going to put a couple other mega epic comic hauls right there. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.